All right, guys. Today we're gonna be reacting to James Bray reacting to the outrage sparked the massive protests in Germany. What's going on in Germany? So it's gonna give us a little bit of insight of what he think about it. Uh, some of you guys might agree with him. Some of you guys might not agree with him. And I'm just reacting to this content. I have no idea how German politics run, so I'm just watching this from the outside. So make sure you go to the Discord, be part of the family, and also check out our links in the description down below. Oh, let's jump in and see what's
and disgusting. How is a party that powerful able to come up with an idea like that? Millions of people took to the streets in Germany in mass protests over what seems to be one of the biggest controversies in a long time and mirrors something we've seen in the past when we dive into what's been going on. I myself got alerted from a lot of you all via DMs and all over social media about the protests going on. You guys sharing various clips of various demonstrations in Frankfurt, Hamburg, Munich, just to name a few of the cities, and it's been absolutely insane.
Outrage was triggered by reports that right-wing extremists had met to discuss deporting millions of immigrants.
So much like the rest of the world, initially when these protests erupted, we all wondered, why are these protests happening exactly? Well, a lot of this sparked
Why is that? Why a lot of the protests happen? And are we having discussions, or are we just? I'm just wondering what's going on, right?
over an immigration policy that was leaked to the public in a secret meeting that was discovered from a media source, and it involved the AfD and a neo-Nazi organization. It was actually very jarring for a lot of people when the details of this meeting came about, and we're going to be getting into that today. I normally don't really make political content on this channel, so I'm going to try to cover it as neutral as possible. What you are about to hear is very disturbing, and a lot of you guys already know what's going on.
Let's go.
So for the people who don't know what's going on, I'll break it down for you and I'll give you my opinion. The biggest question a lot of people have that aren't from Germany is, who are the AfD? What does AfD even stand for? The AfD actually stands for Alternative for Deutschland. A quick Google search will take you to the official definition, and the top search result, it says the AfD was founded as a Eurosceptic party in 2013 and first entered the German Bundestag in 2017. Most polls now put it in second place nationally with about 20%.
That 20%, that's a lot. That's a lot, folks. Far above the 10%, 10 to 10% point 3, 10.3%. Huh.
Support, far above the 10.3% it won during the last in 2021. So another question that rises up is why? And this is a question from myself. Why is a party that is in the center of all this controversy this popular in the first place? This is my question to you all. Please answer in the comments down below. According to several news sites and media outlets,
that's a good question. Why that party is becoming very popular? Yeah, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out before you run away. Why the party is becoming so popular? That's the question.
It's apparently, to paraphrase what the deal was, the AfD and these neo-Nazis got together and they were talking about ways to eliminate immigration into Germany. And they're like, hold on, what if we got rid of anybody that doesn't have pure German descent, like pure German background? And you know what that sounds like? I'm pretty sure it doesn't take...
Damn, for real? For real?
A very bright individual to figure out what that sounds like.
Okay, so I actually just got off the phone with a friend of mine that lives in Germany, and he was actually saying that the term that was used wasn't deportation in Germany. It was a more undercover word called remigration. It was a word strategically used to make the action of deportation seem not as bad, because it was just, oh, we're not deporting you, we are remigrating you. Yeah, in fact, it had such a buzz that within 24 hours, it made it to Wikipedia and also was nominated as the Unwort des Jahres, which is the bad word of the year. That word got so...
Hey, James, shout out to your Shout out to your German, man. It's gotten much better, I have to say.
So much traction so quickly because everybody in Germany is like, hold on, bro, you think we're dumb? Remigration, really? What did you think we thought this was? I'm glad the world got together. I'm glad Germany got together and realized, bro, come on, man, this is not right.
Of course, the entire world turned an eye to Germany and went, whoa, what is going on here? So immediately everyone was against that because the policy that was brought up highlighted that this included German citizens that were actual German citizens currently living in Germany that were of different ethnic backgrounds. If they weren't pure German, they too would be the target of a deportation from the country, which is absolutely ridiculous.
But okay. So hold on. I'm just. Why these ideas, though? What's the reason of these ideas popping up? What's the reason? I just don't get it. Germany seemed like a very cool country, very open. Why?
And disgusting. How is a party that powerful able to come up with an idea like that? Doesn't make any sense. And it has the entire world in an uproar, but specifically Germany, and they acted very quickly with this. Protests erupted literally everywhere. People have signs saying, not another 1933, we won't have this, never again. The AFD, there's been a lot of speculation as to whether or not it's an extremist organization or not. There's been talks of the government trying to deem the AFD as an extremist organization, and with ideologies like this, I can see why. But it caused enough uproar for everybody to say we are as far away from this as humanly possible. We do not want this at all. Everyone should feel welcome in this country, and people should not have to go looking over their shoulder because they aren't a pure German citizen. It's insane. So Olaf Scholz, obviously the chancellor, made a statement saying that he will not allow anybody to judge the citizens of Germany based on whether or not they have German roots. It was very clear what the agenda was, and I couldn't believe this myself. It's insane, and it's growing more insane by the day as more details get released. The demonstrations were so big in each city that they literally...
Wow, man, that means that they have been discussing this for years. This meeting didn't happen. This is not the first meeting that they were having, clearly, right? So my question is, when it comes down to things like this, is why, right? It's the most important question is why. Why the reaction, and why the idea of these kind of ideologies? Why?
had to be disbanded for safety reasons. The gatherings were only supposed to be probably in the low tens of thousands, and they grew to the hundreds of thousands, and collectively across all of Germany, over millions of people that partook in these demonstrations, because obviously, who would really be for this? It's very unfortunate that this even was a remote discussion amongst a political party that has a lot of influence. I don't understand how that conversation was even able to be had, and I am glad that it was brought to light to show people exactly what kind of monster they're dealing with, because this is textbook Nazism. It mirrors that. So the world obviously looked at Germany in a very interesting light after the news of this broke, because obviously these demonstrations were so big that it made it all across the news.
Shockwaves sent through Germany. Hundreds of thousands of people have been demonstrating across the country.
I love Germany, and I moved to Germany in the 90s, and what's happening right now with the AFD is not the Germany I came to and came for.
And the world is now looking at Germany wondering what's going on. But Germany's handling it. I'm actually very happy with the response from the public in Germany with how the citizens have handled this information, because anybody who hears something like this should be outraged. Why would you want to isolate anyone out of the country purely because they don't have an ethnic tie to the country? It's deeper than that. Were you born there? Were you a natural born citizen? That's like the basic rule for...
Yeah, but this is James. You have to be careful here, James. You're thinking about this situation like an American. See, in America, if you're born in the United States, you are a natural citizen, right? A born citizen, which there's some... This is going to be looking at the Supreme Court in the next couple of years, and, you know, the Supreme Court might just move a certain way. Not all the world, or not all countries, they think like that. They're not ruling that way. Right? I don't know. This is kind of crazy.
Any country you belong to. You are a citizen of that country if you were born there or you went through the legal process to become a citizen there. So it's insane that we've gotten to a point where you have a political party talking about, you know, something like this. The AFD, I've heard a lot over the years. Basically, from what I've heard about the AFD from a lot of you guys is it has very similar ideology as the Nazi regime did back in the day.
Wow.
And they basically want to make Germany great again. If y'all know what that means, you know what that means, and it's unfortunate. How do you guys feel about this? How did this impact you when the news hit about this meeting taking place in the first place? Obviously, no one is in support of any of that information. They're like, whoa, what the heck? Like, everybody's trying to fight against racism and bigotry and things like that. It's very refreshing to see that politicians, churches, and Bundesliga coaches have all urged people to stand up against the AFD, especially for something like this that came up. And it's refreshing to the world that they see that obviously everyone is not cool with that. It goes against the stigma America has had about Germany for a while, you know, people who are very ignorant to the German culture and stuff like that have never left their small town in America had their stipulations about Germany. But I think with the overwhelming outrage that German locals and citizens and everyone alike in the country had about this news breaking, I think it eliminated every stereotype that Americans at least had about Germany when it came.
Yeah, it's not easy, folks. But you know, as a citizen, you feel responsible for an ideology like this. You know, emerging in your own country. I understand. My question is why that party is getting support. That's my question. And why? Why? And I think I mentioned this in my video, my last video. If you guys are very concerned about this ideology, how can you guys beat it? Or how can you guys just go and just debate this idea? Because clearly, if this idea has been suppressed, it means that it has been built in other areas. It's been building in other areas. Because 20% is a lot of support, folks. 20, even 10% is a lot of support. Imagine 20.
To something regarding this. Germany made it very clear that, hey, bro, we're not doing this. We're not supporting this. Who's supporting this? Like I said, who made this political party popular in the first place? Let me know in the comments down below. So apparently this meeting took place in the East German city of Potsdam, and one of those people that was at the meeting was Martin Sellner, a leader of Austria's identitarian movement, which basically buys into the idea that there's a great replacement happening where minorities are replacing whites in Germany, and they want to reverse that by deporting anybody who basically is not white. It's incredibly racist and it sucks. It's good to have these discussions.
Dang, that's deep, bro. That's deep. And I'm not gonna comment on that. That's just, it is what it is. It is what it is.
See where everyone's head's at, and it's good to see that people have a crumb of common sense at least. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. I do have a vlog coming up. It's been in the works for a little bit, but
Hey man, that was a good summary of what's going on. I think there's a little bit more into it. And again, I just want to be fair here. It has to be a reason why these parties are getting, you know, some kind of support, because 20% is a lot of support, folks. I'm telling you. So I'm wondering how the German people are just dealing with these ideas. Very hard, folks. Well, James, thank you so much for the little summary. That was very good. Very nice. Very nice. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Is what do you guys think about James' opinion about this? And do you guys know the reason why a lot of these parties are getting a lot of support? That would be nice to see and hear. In the meantime, guys, I'll see you in the next one.